Hey everybody, Mark with Renegade Adventures here. This video is going to be a little different than our normal stuff. We are out here at Uwharrie National Forest. We're going to hit some trails with the new Trailhawk. Kind of do our first off-road session with this vehicle to see how it does. As you may know, we used to have the Gladiator lifted on 35s. We took that thing pretty much everywhere. We recently downgraded, if you will, in off-road capability to the Cherokee Trailhawk. Reason we did that was the Gladiator, in under 40,000 miles, I had to replace the alternator, the tensioner pulley, the idler pulley, both catalytic converters, both headers, the rear axle twice, and towards the end there we had a top of the engine oil leak. Did not investigate that before we got rid of it, and that was all under 40,000 miles. Coming out of the warranty, we decided that we needed to get into something that may be a little more reliable. You may be asking, well, why didn't you go to a Toyota? We do have one in the family. We do love it. We do have a 4Runner. My wife loves it so much that she wants to keep driving it. And I did not want to spend the Toyota tax, if you will, on getting a Toyota. As you're probably aware, they're pretty expensive. Even the used ones really there we go. Trailhawk here. They don't hold their value as much. So we were able to pick this one up for a really good price. It is a 2017. So we're out here at Uwharrie to see what it can do. We're gonna answer a couple questions, hopefully, such as, well, can it off-road? Does it have any flex? Does it have ground clearance? Does the four-wheel drive actually work? We're gonna check all that out here at Uwharrie. So hopefully you stick around and watch the video here. We're gonna hit some trails. We're not gonna do anything too crazy. I'm out here by myself. I know you shouldn't be out off-road by yourself, but here we are. It's just me. There's some other people on the trails, as there usually is, but we're gonna hit some trails, see what we can do, and hopefully this can fit our needs. Okay, so here's the Trailhawk. We'll go over just a couple of the upgrades we've done and things it has to talk about what we're going to be doing here on the trail. So you can see this is just the factory front end. I did add a different hood decal. We did recently upgrade the tires. These are 32-inch Falcon Wild Peak AT3W. If you know me, you know I'm a huge fan of the Falcons. I've had them on an old Wrangler, we have them on the 4Runner, and now we've got them on the Grand Cherokee. Did add the JCR roof rack. This usually holds our rooftop tent, but since we're not camping, it's at home. I did just strap our traction boards up top using some retractable ratchet straps from Rhino. If you haven't used ratchet straps that are retractable, they're a game changer. You guys really need to check them out. As we come around back here, we did add, and Merry Christmas by the way, we've got a nice little wreath. We did add a 6 Monkeys ladder to the tailgate. It's been great so far. Installation was easy. Does not affect the opening or closing of the tailgate. And over here on this side, we have our Overland Vehicle System 6.5-foot straight awning. We did have a 280 on the Gladiator that once I got the Grand Cherokee, realized with the hatch open, it would not go completely around the back. So we sold that. We got a straight awning for now. We may go 180 in the future, but currently we're just using the 6.5 straight awning. And speaking of the back, in the back we've got our Overland Vehicle Systems cargo box with slide. Normally we would have our fridge strapped up top when we're camping, but since we're out here just for the day, we just have our Overland Vehicle Systems box full of our recovery gear, which hopefully we won't need. So yeah, that's all the upgrades we've done. Everything else is stock. So yeah, let's go see what we can do. All right, so a couple final thoughts here on the Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. After riding around a Uwharrie, I can say this is definitely going to suit my needs. As we talked about earlier, I just don't have need or desire for hardcore rock crawling. This vehicle's not built for that, and it never will. Did a lot of the trails here. Didn't do the hardest trails. Obviously didn't do the front side of Daniel, and I never will. I did do the backside, which was not a problem. As you saw with some footage, I struggled a little bit getting up on some lines that I would have picked with the Gladiator. Picked a couple different lines and really had no problems. Also, I did not want to get into a situation where I would need a spotter to get out of a situation, or if I would need recovery gear. I didn't want to get in a situation where I might cause body damage. Being out here alone, I really wanted to do the easier stuff and just get a feel for it. And it really did a good job. So to answer a couple questions that I had at the beginning, does it have any flex? No, not really, none at all. Kind of knew that coming in. Independent front and rear suspension is not going to give you any flex, which was a big concern for me coming out of a double solid axle vehicle to an IFRS vehicle. However, for what I do, it's going to work really well. It performed very, very well, and I expect it to get me where I want to go without problems. Does it have a ground clearance? Yes, it does. It has, like I said earlier, from the factory, 10.8 inches of ground clearance when the air suspension is in its highest setting. I did add bigger tires, so I'm probably sitting around 11 and a half. 11 and a quarter to 11 and a half would be my best guess. So to get over the obstacles, push a button and I'm up over 11 inches of ground clearance, which is more than I had in the Gladiator, or right around the same I had in the Gladiator. The benefit that the Grand Cherokee has is the breakover angle. The wheelbase is almost 2 feet shorter than the Gladiator, so I didn't bottom out at all on any of the little hills out here at Uwharrie. Did bottom out a few times on the rocks when I was sliding around trying to get up the slab pile on the backside of Daniel, but this comes factory with skid plates across the whole bottom, and definitely gave them a little bit of a workout today. The tires performed fantastic, but I knew they would. The Falcon Wild Peaks are phenomenal, and I plan on running them as long as I can and probably replace them with another set when these wear out. So yeah, that's about it. I appreciate everybody watching today and coming along for the ride. If you have any questions on the Grand Cherokee or anything we're doing with it, please feel free to reach out. If you have any questions on our campers, obviously please feel free to reach out. This was a little bit different video than we normally do. We normally do stuff around off-road adventures with our campers, with our rooftop tents. But today we just wanted to come out and do a little bit different, kind of get used to the Grand Cherokee. And I've got to say, I'm very pleased with it, and I look forward to the adventures that we're going to have in the future.